Buttes County District Attorney John Hummel announced a new no mugshot policy for prosecutors working in his office. Hummel says the move is an attempt to promote justice equality. Alec Nolan has the story.
Every citizen is granted the right to a public trial with an impartial jury of the state and district. Despite constitutional rights, implicit bias can play a negative role through prosecution.
The DA's office is doing everything they can to ensure that anyone who walks up these steps doesn't fall victim to subconscious bias.
In a Twitter post Monday afternoon, District Attorney John Hummel said his office would no longer use mugshots. This is aimed to treat every case with equity. I spoke with Hummel this afternoon to understand what led to the new policy.
Yeah, a member of my team at the DA's office came to me a few weeks ago and said, "Hey John, why do we look at mugshots in files?" And I had to think for a while, and I could come up with very few examples when we actually need to look at a mugshot.
Like any new policy, there are hurdles one can try and jump over to resort back to the way things used to be. Hummel has enlisted the help of his team to make mugshots difficult to gain access to.
Now, I worked with my IT team and said, let's bury this mugshot. One, it doesn't pop up right away like it does now. Two, you have to do many clicks and go into a kind of a lockbox to get it. And you only are going in there for a case-specific reason that you can articulate. I went in there because I needed to see if there were injuries to the face that were consistent with self-defense, for example.
Despite the DA's office efforts, it's still possible for anyone to go online and view mugshots publicly. It's just people in the office are going to have a more difficult time.
Certain case-specific instances will allow for mugshots to be used, but there must be sufficient visual reasoning to do so. Hummel hopes other law offices will follow suit in adjusting norms to facilitate a more equitable justice system. It does, however, beg the question, what about implicit bias towards names? What if an employee watches the news and sees a mugshot? Hummel understands that his policy can't police every entity, but he believes they are headed in the right direction. In Bend, Alec Nolan, News Channel 21.